Hello and welcome to our latest unboxing video. I'm Eliza here at the Hatfield Public Library and I have a box of a ton of DVDs. I am very excited about getting all of these into the library. Starting with a good one, Nicholas effing Cage, as he sometimes styles himself. And this is called The Retirement Plan. Wow, the picture on the back is wild. It says that he's caught up in a criminal enterprise. Ashley and her young daughter turn to her estranged father, Matt, for help. He's retired and living as a beef beach bum, but he has a secret past. The creator, from the director of Rogue One. So is this a Star Wars thing? Or is it just the director of a Star Wars thing? Sounds like it's science fiction amidst a future war between humans and AI. Oh, look, everyone's afraid of AI, so that's why this is. So a war between humans and AI. Um, Someone is trying to kill an AI architect who's developed a mysterious weapon. It's an epic sci-fi action thriller. Blue Beetle. And this, I think, is a Marvel movie. It says recent college grad Jamie Ray searches to find purpose in the world. Fate intervenes when he unexpectedly finds himself in possession of an ancient relic of alien biotechnology. Jules! I watched the preview for this and it looks so sweet and it really made me laugh, but also feel emotional. And basically, it's about a very quiet neighborhood with a retired couple and a alien lands in their backyard and they start taking care of him and then protecting him. From the government, and it just looked so sweet. And the main character is played by Ben Kingsley. Fremont, a film by Babak Jalali, and takes place. Okay, so it's about a former Afghan translator now lives alone in Fremont, California. Goes to her job in a fortune cookie factory every morning, trying to sort of connect with people in her new country. She has a therapist. Um, Oh, yeah, she finds a connection with an auto mechanic. Sounds like it's just a portrait of what it's like to try to make life in a new country after having that kind of past. What happens later? Oh, look, snow, something we wish we had more of here, or at least me. This stars Meg Ryan and David Duchovny. What happens later? Two ex-lovers get snowed in an airport overnight. Um, They are attracted and annoyed with each other. Attracted to and annoyed with each other. Another Nicolas Cage, Butcher's Crossing. Oh, this looks like maybe a more historical fiction, Western, a gritty story about buffalo hunters in the Old West. The Royal Hotel. This is about two best friends in Australia who take a job at a very remote place called the Hotel, where they sort of end up harassed by the locals, and I think stuff gets a little uncomfortable. But you also maybe get to see rural Australian life. Oh, Can You Survive Five Nights at Freddy's? So this is a uh, horror movie, very popular among the youth, and it's based on a horror video game phenomenon. Another one that's popular among the youths, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. They're back. They're still green. Oh, I feel like we kind of missed our time with this one because it's a Christmassy thing. It's called I Heard the Bells, and it's the inspiring true story behind the beloved Christmas Carol. And I think that there's like a religious component. It's about Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Christmas will come again. And also, you can enjoy Christmas things not at Christmas. It's still winter. The Holdovers, Discomfort and Joy. Um, oh, okay. This one got really good reviews. Actually, reading the summary of this one made me feel really sad because I felt bad for the characters, but hopefully things work out. It's about a teacher at a New England prep school, and all the kids are supposed to go home during Christmas, but then some get left behind because their families can't take them. And then, I guess, some rich person who has to do with the school says all these poor kids who get left behind, I'm going to send them to a ski resort so they can still have a good vacation, but just a few kids, like two or three kids, can't get permission from their families to go, and so they end up like really being the only ones stuck at the school where everybody is having fun, and Paul Giamatti is there to cheer them up. Maybe not. The Kill Room. This is a horror starring Uma Thurman, Joe Manganiello, and Samuel Jackson. We have the second season of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. This one has been quite popular, even among people who were not previously watching Star Trek. We have Grease, Rise of the Pink Ladies, season one. Um, so I heard an interesting story about this one. This one is true. I think it was on one of the streaming services, and when they decided not to renew it for next season, they actually pulled down the first season. So you can't even like watch just the first season, which seems like I've heard that's happened with a couple different shows, and that seems kind of sad to me that just because you're not going to have more seasons, people still might enjoy the early seasons. But it's nice that at least they got this one on DVD, and if my understanding is correct, DVD is the only place you are going to find it, and it is sort of takes place. It's a prequel to the movie Grease. Little Bird uh, says it includes Coming Home, a feature length documentary, but the movie itself is fiction. It takes place in 1968 about a 5-year old who is removed from the Long Pine Reserve and adopted to a Jewish family in Montreal. And then 8 years later, she embarks on a journey to find out about her family. Oh my gosh, so heartbreaking. So, yeah. Yeah, so I think it's a like a narrative movie, and then it also includes a documentary about the things that happened, all the bad things that happened. Annika season two, we have season one. It's been pretty popular. Brutal and unexplained murders that wash up in Scotland's waters. We have Dark Winds season two. And interesting, executive producers George R. R. Martin and Robert Redford, sort of an interesting combination. And this is based on the very popular Tony Hillerman books with Sergeant or Lieutenant Joe Layhorn and Jim Chi that takes place in Navajo County. Last one, we have the first season of Justified City Primeval. If I understand correctly, there was a TV show called Justified, and now there's a spin-off TV show called Justified City Primeval. Having left the hollers of Kentucky 15 years ago, Rylan Givens now lives in Miami, a walking anachronism. He's a U.S. Marshal and the father of a 15-year-old girl. And then he ends up in Detroit. Yeah. Yeah, I guess just like criminal and law enforcement stuff. It stars I think it's funny it doesn't want to tell us, but I think this guy is Timothy Olyphant. Okay, that's it. That's my box of new movies, and we will get those cataloged and out on the shelf.